Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Wildan Isna Ashar, dosen yang berhome base di Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan Universitas Islam Kadiri. Saya yang berbidang keilmuan di writing mempunyai tanggung jawab di semester 1 khususnya untuk mengampu mata kuliah Basic Writing. Di dalam Basic Writing mempunyai beban sebesar 4 SKS yang wajib diambil oleh setiap mahasiswa kami, yang mana di dalam Basic Writing mahasiswa harus menguasai keterampilan fundamental dalam menulis akademik melalui proses menulis yang benar, melalui drafting, developing, reviewing, revising, editing, bahkan sampai publishing. Selain itu, mahasiswa juga dilatih untuk menguasai beberapa tipe teks yang telah kami rencanakan. Tentunya didukung oleh teknologi digital ataupun praktek-praktek yang berbasis proyek. Nah, kenapa ini mempunyai beban yang sangat banyak sekali dalam satu mata kuliah, yaitu 4 SKS? Karena memang mempunyai CPMK yang sangat banyak sekali. Yang pertama, mahasiswa mampu menganalisa komponen kalimat paragraf dan esai. Mahasiswa mampu menganalisa beberapa tipe teks dan menjelaskan ciri-cirinya. Yang ketiga, mahasiswa mampu mereview teks sederhana berdasarkan kaidah komponen teks. Yang keempat, mahasiswa mampu menggunakan perangkat digital khususnya untuk teknologi untuk meningkatkan kualitas tulisan. Dan yang terakhir, mahasiswa mampu mengembangkan ide mereka menjadi sebuah esai akademik sederhana dengan mematuhi kaidah etika akademik dan tentunya anti plagiasi. Adapun strategi pengajaran yang kami gunakan, yang pertama seperti biasa yaitu adalah lecturing berbasis multimedia yang interaktif, diskusi kelompok tatap muka dan daring, student center learning dengan project based learning. Itu menjadi hal pokok yang harus dan wajib kita gunakan karena ini adalah skill base dan juga ini merupakan productive skill, maka harus ada produk yang dikeluarkan oleh setiap mahasiswa kami. Tidak lupa menggunakan learning media system ataupun learning management system untuk tugas ataupun untuk upload materi yang telah kami bahas, sehingga mereka bisa menggunakan itu, bisa mempelajari itu kapanpun dan dimanapun mereka berada. Referensi perkuliahan yang biasa kita gunakan yaitu yang pertama adalah Introduction to Academic Writing by Oshima, Effective Academic Writing 1 by Shefik, Paragraph Writing by Zimak, dan yang terakhir dan yang paling penting ini harus dimiliki oleh setiap mahasiswa kami, yaitu adalah Study Writing by Macmillan. Nah, untuk mengetahui bagaimana praktisnya yang ada di kelas, mulai dari perkenalan ataupun pembukaan, brainstorming, perkuliahannya ataupun proses dari teachingnya sampai pada review, mari kita ikuti video selanjutnya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, today we will study about basic concept and structure of descriptive and narrative text. before we start our meeting, please the leader of the class lead us to pray together.
Okay. Let's pray together. Finish.
Okay. The last meeting we have studied about descriptive and narrative text. Also, this is before we practice how to develop and make descriptive and narrative text based on your idea. We should review the last meeting, and for the brainstorming, I want you to describe about what do you think about descriptive and narrative text. One of you, can you explain descriptive and narrative text?
Can I try, sir?
Yeah.
And now can descriptive. We will start from descriptive text first, sir.
Yeah.
I mean, descriptive text is like when we want to try to describe something, or maybe some tools, or maybe something else, and it's used to make sure that we know about the thing in detail. I mean, it's like maybe the shape, the function, and also how to use it in a proper way and something like that.
Okay, thank you. Good. And what is about the narrative text? For the descriptive text and narrative text, dua teks tersebut itu mempunyai kemiripan. Dua teks tersebut itu sama-sama mendeskripsikan sesuatu, tapi berbeda cara pendeskripsiannya. Nah, kalau kita mau membedakan antara descriptive text dengan narrative text, maka what do you think about this image, this picture? Story. And fictional. Oke. Good. Jadi naratif teks itu lebih kepada sesuatu yang tidak konkret, yang ada di awam-awam kita. Jadi sesuatu yang seperti hanya kayak cerita dongeng. Tapi kalau descriptive text itu sesuatu yang sangat konkret, yang bisa kita lihat dan bisa kita bayangkan, bisa kita rasakan dengan panca indera. Kalau naratif teks itu nggak bisa kita rasakan dengan panca indera. Jadi nggak bisa dipegang, tapi hanya bisa kita bayangkan aja. We can imagine the story, the story, and the time, the situation, and the condition. But we can't sense that condition. Kita nggak bisa merasakan itu, karena memang dalam naratif teks itu hanya fake aja, itu hanya sekedar khayalan kita aja. Itu kalau naratif teks. Kalau descriptive teks itu bisa kita rasakan dengan panca indera. Oke. Terkait dengan hal tersebut, ketika kita mau mengcompare antara descriptive text dengan narrative text, dari sisi tujuannya saja itu sudah berbeda. Satunya untuk mendeskripsikan, satunya untuk entertain. Jadi semakin kita berimajinasi, semakin kita membayangkan sesuatu, maka biasanya itu akan semakin menarik. Seperti halnya kayak di negeri dongeng. Dan semakin detail itu, maka itu akan semakin menarik. Begitu juga dengan descriptive text. Descriptive text itu pun kalau kita semakin detail dalam membayangkan dan mendeskripsikan itu, kita melibatkan panca indera kita, kayak dengan sentuhan, dengan penciuman bahkan, maka itu akan semakin menarik. Oke, untuk lebih detailnya, saya sudah membagikan teks berupa naratif teks dan deskriptif teks. Di situ di setiap tipe teks itu ada 3 teks. Nah, nanti kalian tolong untuk analisa 3 teks tersebut di masing-masing tipe teks, dan tolong nanti untuk kalian bagi berdasarkan generic structure seperti apa, language feature-nya seperti apa, mulai dari descriptive text dan juga narrative text. Nanti kita diskusi setelah kalian berkelompok. Oke, saya kasih waktu 20-30 menit.
Oh, tak boleh gitu. Apa kita tak boleh the object presence.
Okay, time is up. For the next, you should answer my question about the types. The first is my laptop. My laptop here. One of the descriptive text there. Please analyze the generic structure of the my laptop. The first group from you.
Okay, so we are analyze of generic structure in the text my laptop. In the paragraph 1, explain the identification. Identification, it means introduce the object and presents its general identity and overall characteristic. And then in the paragraph 2 of the text my laptop is the description. Description, it means explain the object physical features, function, and practical uses in detail. And then the third paragraph is the description. In the third paragraph, describes the object personal significance, values, or broader meaning to the writer.
Okay, thank you. For the generic structure, there are any question for the other group? No question. Okay, thank you. Okay, we move to the second text. The second text is about university library. Okay, are you ready? Okay. For the university library, please analyze the generic structure of the university library. Row 3.
Okay, the generic structure of the text the university library. The first paragraph is identification. Introduce the object and presents its general identity and overall characteristic. And the second paragraph is description. Explains the object's physical features, function, and practical use in detail. And the last paragraph is also description. It means describe the object's personal significance, values, or broader meaning to the writer.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we move to the other or the second text type. There is narrative text. Please open the text of narrative. The first, I want to the second group. Please analyze the generic structure of the last train code. on the generic structure.
Okay, so I mean for the first paragraph,
Okay.
introduce the character and then setting, and for the last is initial situation. For the paragraph 2, obligation, now present conflict, challenge, or problem that drive the story. And for the paragraph 3, for the resolution is so how the problem is resolved and often ends with a lesson or reflection.
Okay, thank you. Okay, of the generic structure, you got it about the generic structure about the narrative text and descriptive text. So the next is we move to analyze language features. In the language feature, we have you should analyze about the tense, the participants, process, temporal conjunction, descriptive vocabulary, and communicative function. Okay. This is about the narrative text. And for the descriptive text, you should analyze, the first is about the tense, participant, process, vocabulary, grammar, and purpose. Okay, you get it?
Yeah.
Okay. I will give you 10 minutes. Analyze each sentence of the text. We start from the descriptive text. For the language feature, you should analyze about the tense, participant, process, vocabulary, grammar, and purpose. Please, one of you, group 3, analyze of the language features.
Okay, sir. So the analysis of the language feature of this text, I mean, I will try from the first sentence maybe.
Yeah.
So the first sentence is like, which is the university library is one of the most inspiring places on campus. So from this sentence, of course, this use simple present tense. And the next, the participant, it use specific participant, which is the object we described in here. This is the library, university library. And then the process is predominantly relation verb. It's like an is, past, which it provides with natural verbs with associated use in place and follows. And also the vocabulary use descriptive, adjective, and academic technically vocabulary. And then grammar use well-formed noun phrases and explanatory verbs. And the purpose in here contributes factual or evaluative description of the object.
Okay, thank you. I think enough for the first sentence. Okay. For the next sentence, I think we can go to the next text. Okay, for the narrative text, we can go to the second text. The third text about the silent connotation. Group 2, please analyze the language features.
So we choose the second sentence. Although they came from different academic backgrounds, they share the same goal of getting a useful project.
The tenses of the sentence is simple past tense because it's used to narrate complete events. And then for the participants is specific participants shown by the student, a group of students, and the journal. And then for the processes is material verbs. We can find it in the word discovered, read, make, solve, return, and then we can find relational verbs where appropriate. And then for the conjunctions and time expression, we can find during, one evening, while, the next morning, and in the end. And then for the vocabulary show, the descriptive is adjective and noun phrases enrich the narrative. And then for the communicative function is advance the plot by introducing events, conflict, or resolution.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think it's enough. Okay, I think it's enough. Before we close our meeting today, we should review this meeting. You have done with the descriptive and narrative text. So, can you difference about descriptive and narrative text from the okay.
I think descriptive text is like when we try to explain how to use or do something step by step, and then the narrative text is more like for entertaining purpose to describe a story about something.
Okay, thank you. Others, maybe from the English future, maybe from the teachers. Okay.
Descriptive tasks are using simple present tenses and narrative using simple past tenses, because if it's narrative, they will talking about the past.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I think it's enough for today, and I expect that you can develop your knowledge and bring it up to be the text, descriptive text or narrative text. Okay, thank you very much for today. Have a nice day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Nah, demikian video pembelajaran basic writing di semester 1, yang mana video ini dibuat untuk memenuhi persyaratan sertifikasi dosen dalam penyusunan pernyataan diri dosen dalam unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi. Semoga dengan video ini bisa memberikan gambaran utuh bagaimana proses pembelajaran di kelas kami, utamanya dalam mata kuliah basic writing. Semoga video ini bermanfaat dan bisa berguna sebagaimana tujuan dan juga kemanfaatannya. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.